Hello.
Hi, look at us both in our raggedy ass sweatshirts today.
This is my beer and fishing shirt.
That's really cute. This is just a random one my grandma gave me, and it's wrinkly, and I like it.
I'm a little wrinkly. I am wrinkly though because I burnt my finger.
Ow, that's a bad burn.
Yeah, you want to know how I got it? Did I tell you?
Uh-uh.
I took a cup out of the microwave at the branch I was working at. It was in there for 2 minutes. I was making oatmeal, and all I did was take it out and put it on the counter, like I don't know, maybe three
That's from the
inches.
microwave?
Yes, and I have been so like anti-microwave here lately, just like in my head hating hard on these fucking little pieces of square shits. And I like am being like, I'm so conscious about it now for no reason. I don't know where this new little obsession came from, but I can't stop thinking about it. And so then for this bitch to burn me after it's already not on my good
Everything
side,
you've been, yeah.
it's
Everything you've
like
been through.
it's like you better watch what the fuck you're doing, bitch, because you're already walking on thin fucking ice with me. Like I'm about to boycott
Yeah.
your ass and put all microwaves out of business. So I don't know.
Yes, you will. We'll talk about it on the podcast. Okay, bitch? And you know
Yes,
what?
on
I'm
the
kind of pissed at
podcast,
microwaves too.
as
Because
you
I
should
have a
be.
microwave I have a microwave sitting on my counter and above my stove because the one above my stove broke. The one on my counter is ugly looking, so I hate them both.
Yeah, fuck
So,
microwaves. Anyway, I think we should probably start drinking first.
yeah, did we introduce ourselves or did we just
Oh
get
no.
super distracted again?
I'm so sorry. I fought as soon as I got on here. My name
Yeah.
is Julie.
I'm Hope and this is Bucky Booze.
Welcome back to another episode. It's
All
like
right.
the 62nd episode.
I know, it's insane.
We're
I
like
feel like they just keep
almost
coming out
100.
so
I
fast.
know. It's like we keep doing this shit, which is just like, what?
I
Anyway,
know. Okay, what are you drinking?
we're what are you drinking?
We have the same drinks, but I couldn't get your exact same
Oh,
one, but they're the same brand. Just like
okay, like
last
last
week, how we had the
week,
same
yeah.
brand.
Oh, PS, so before we jump in, so like somebody sent me a snap and I saw like the back of the can and I was like, LOL, you're drinking Tiny Bomb, aren't you? Because like it looked just like yours. And he's like, yeah, how'd you know? I was like, I just knew it. And then he was like,
I have a
okay.
drinking
He was
podcast.
like,
Listen to it
trivia.
sometimes.
He's like, where's it from? I was like, Memphis. I was such an IPA guy. Like, it was
Oh
incredible.
my
I
god.
was like, I
I
know
don't know
exactly where the brewery is.
I don't know if you saw
I did.
the tweet. Yeah, the tweet I
Mm-hmm.
retweeted. I thought that
Um,
was so funny.
Let me introduce this. So I'm drinking the Yeehaw IPA. It is 6.7%. It is from Johnson City, Tennessee. It says this IPA is the best of both coasts with its West Coast style hop flavors and unfiltered New England style look. Okay. It
Okay,
packs a bitter punch while still being beautifully balanced, medium bodied, and straw colored. Our IPA is true to style, with a strong fragrance of citrus and pine. For those who just can't get enough hops, just say yeehaw. That's cute. You'll say it when you drink it.
yours is gonna be bitter from what it's sounding like. Mine is the Yeehaw Mexican style lager. It says
Backwards.
cerveza, and it says hecho in Tennessee. I don't know how to say
That's
Spanish.
that's so cute.
I didn't speak Spanish or take Spanish in high school. It says south of the border meets southern hospitality. You hold in your hand. Oh, I thought it was giving me directions, so that's why I read it like that.
How to hold the can.
You hold in your hand a delectable clash of cultures. We took the classic Mexican lager you know and love and infused it with locally sourced malts and flaked corn. Okay, the result is creamy, slightly hoppy brew with a smooth, clean finish. It's crisp, it's refreshing, and oh so delicioso.
I'm sorry, but that's me in a can.
I know, I was
I
about to
think we just need
say,
a
South of the border meets Southern hospitality.
Damn, I'm really jealous right now, but I hope it's good.
I know this
So
one's like
far,
meant for you.
so far I've been the Yeehaw Cerveza and I've been the Rich Honey Brown.
I know you have 2 for 2. When are we gonna get a pasty white?
Well, this one says New England.
My whole family's from, speaking of, I already told you about that. Never mind. I was gonna tell you how we traced my family back to the like Dawes thing or the final scrolls or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was so cool. So it's really true. My family's like from Tennessee as far back as we can go.
That's super cool.
I can't open this.
Use a card. This is extremely citrus smelling, like they said. So hopefully it doesn't let me down like
Really?
that beer last week that didn't necessarily let me down, but the can packed a big punch and the beer just didn't.
This does smell just like a classic Mexican style beer.
Okay,
You know,
let's
I
yeah, like a
love Mexican
delicious.
beers.
I love Mexican beer, but Modelo,
they're
I
so
can't
good.
get behind Modelo.
I don't understand that. I love Modelo. Whenever I used to go out to eat with Hunter to the Mexican restaurants, but now we just take it to go. But I would always get a Modelo, always with the lime. Just squeeze it in there. So good. Corona's good too.
Corona's my favorite beer. Favorite. Oh God, I'm gonna kill myself. All right.
Okay. I just love whenever we're like, okay, and then we stop at the same time because then it just makes us both laugh. We
I'm
can't
sorry.
stop laughing like that. Yeah.
uh,
Is yours as bitter as it said it would be? It didn't mislead you, I guess.
This is not my favorite.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull this back out and see if I can see something. Oh, because it's 75 IBUs. That is probably this might be one of the highest beers, the highest IBUs in a beer that I've ever had.
Yeah, I've never had one. Oh no, because we had those dark beers. Are dark beers higher in IBU?
No,
they're not.
I don't know.
This one is 12 IBUs.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I love that about like Mexican style beers, you know?
Yeah, they're not as bitter, but it does have like how it said it mixes the Mexican style with like
I really want to try that.
know, with whatever kind of style it is. It's not like as
See, this is why IPAs get a bad name. Honestly, I'm sorry, but you don't need to go above 60 IBUs. I swear to God, keep it in the 40 to 50 range. Everybody's happy. This is way too high.
So shit, I mean, this one right here is delicious, but that's not really IPA, I guess. It's more of like a
light beer.
Mexican beer.
What's the alcohol in that?
4.8.
See, I had like I think it was like a 8.7 the other day, and it was light, delicious, perfect, but it was also like a hazy beer, which is like the best, I think, ever.
Yeah. This one I think is a booze. It's not like completely like when I think of Mexican beers of like Modelo, Corona, like the classic ones, it's not as I don't even know what flavor that is that those beers have, but it has that flavor, but it's like
I know
mixed with like regular beer taste. You know what I'm talking
about? I know
it's
that
like that flavor.
It's like
it's so good.
It's like a light, airy kind of flavor.
Yeah, I don't know, but like this has that. But also, like it said, it has like just regular ass beer. I don't know the other kind. But it's good. It's a booze.
I haven't been too impressed with the Yeehaw beers that I've had in the past. So
I've never had them before.
I had a couple because they're always in the pick six, obviously. And I don't know, I just haven't been too big of a fan, but I really think I'd like that one. For me, this one, like if you just drink it like fast like this, okay. But if you let it
Taste
sit to
it.
taste it, it's just like get this taste
Yeah.
out of my mouth. But so for me, it's gonna have to be a lose. I can't even think of a way to convince myself otherwise. But I'm gonna still drink it though because I don't be
Yeah.
wasteful. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lose for
I
me.
will be wasteful just cuz my tummy. Um but I'll give it to Hunter probably. What are you into?
Oh God. Okay. And this week it's good, guys. So I was thinking,
Good.
I know. I was thinking when I was setting up how like what I was gonna be saying for my what are you into? And I was gonna make a joke about like why did we add this segment into the episode?
It was
Because
you.
I
Your
know it
idea.
was. I know it was. But like I was just thinking, damn, like the listeners probably really think I'm going through it. So let me hit you guys with something light and some happiness that I've had. So let me just start on Saturday, okay? Let me just run you guys through my last few days. So on Saturday, I needed to go get boxes because apparently I threw all my boxes away from last year for some reason. So I went to U-Haul. I don't know, bad mistake. I went to U-Haul get some boxes and the guy was like, "If you get 12, like you get a 10% discount." And I was like, "Well, I don't really need 12. I'm doing this with them. Like I don't think I'm going to get that lucky," and like kind of made a joke out of it. And then when I was going to pay, he's like, "Well, I'm going to give you 10% off anyways because it's for a donation drive." And I was like,
That is
have got to be
good.
fucking kidding me, you sweetie. Then I go to H&M later that day. And this isn't necessarily luck, but I still kind of chalked it up to be. So I I bought this shirt and the lady was like, "If you join our rewards program, you get 10% off." I was like, "Again?" I was like, "Yes." Yes, I did have to sign up for the rewards program, but I was in such a happy-go-lucky mood. It kind of felt like Jesus was telling me something. So are you frozen or are you just staying very still?
We were breaking up, so I stayed very still so that you couldn't tell as much because you started lagging and like talking like this. So I was just like I stayed very still. That way it wouldn't look as weird.
Okay, well, it looks better now. It looks like we fixed the issue. Okay, so I got those two
Yeah.
10% discounts. I was like, I'm on top of the world. Like, I love everything. So
You should have
then,
got a lotto ticket.
oh my God. So listen, so then on Monday, which is like a yuck Monday, I go to Kroger on my lunch break. I find $21 on the ground. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Because I know I'm destined for bad things. So it's just like something must be coming at the end of the road. Like you don't know what's going to happen, but I'm like really riding at my high. So then, guys, after work, I go to drop off one of my boxes at Total, Total Fitness Kickboxing. And the instructor is teaching a lesson with his little headset on that like amplifies through the room. And so then he gives me the mic. He's probably like, "Oh, you probably have a podcast. You probably are used to the mic." And he gives
Yeah,
it to me.
exactly.
And he's like, "Let's do like a live show." Okay, well, whatever. He tells me to talk about like my donation drive. And I was freaking the fuck out, guys, because I hate speaking in front of people. I can't. And I haven't done it in like forever years. And so I like talked really fast and like tried to back out the door. He didn't let me. But anyways, when I left, that was like made me feel like, oh my God, life is so fun. Then I found cucumber kimchi and I was like, oh my God, here in town. So I
Yeah.
Oh, and then I went to Hobby Lobby today, 50% off, so much Christmas stuff, and I got a canvas
Oh,
tote
yeah.
bag. If you don't have a canvas tote bag in your life, you need to get one. It changes your life. Also, I've been sticking to my planner for like 3 weeks now. I'm incredible, and that's what I'm into.
That is amazing. I'm
I
so proud of
know.
you.
Thank you, girl.
I'm super into, and I cannot wait to talk about it. You know how last week you made, was it last week or the week before, the salmon rice thing from
Oh yeah, I
TikTok?
said I would update them. Yeah.
I mean, I made a version of that, but instead of salmon, I took chickpeas and I rinsed them off and I put them in a like frying pan with some water at the bottom, some
Uh-huh.
soy sauce, and this seasoning that I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically just chopped up seaweed and sesame seeds and stuff
Aren't you allergic
and
to sesame
garlic.
seeds?
Ah, I tested allergic to them, but I've been eating them anyway and nothing bad has happened, so
Okay.
whatever. They just said I shouldn't eat it and I avoided it and then I went back and started eating it and nothing happened. So,
Yeah, and they're not in charge of us.
yeah, exactly. Allergy testing
Exactly.
who?
Yeah, we're
Who
bad bitches.
cares?
Don't
It's a
try to tell me what to
sham.
do. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Allergies aren't real.
Duh.
And I added like onion powder, garlic powder, whatever. Cooked it down while I was cooking my rice, mixed it together, and I had sriracha mayo instead of like the Asian mayonnaise and sriracha. But then I added extra gochujang just because it was, like, more
Mm.
flavor. I
Yeah.
fucking love gochujang.
I love that shit. I
And
had it
then
last night.
so good. And then I put little chopped up avocado, and the avocado was so perfect. I just went like that, and
And
popped
it
it right
came
out.
out.
It was
Ooh.
so easy. And then you just, like, put it on there, put a little piece of avocado on, and eat it all. Like, I put that whole bitch in my mouth.
I'm about
Girl,
to nut.
I didn't even fucking I know. I didn't even fucking, like, go to the table. I just sat there at the counter where I made it and,
Oof.
like, scarfed it down. It
Oof.
was so damn good.
That
Oh
sounds
my god.
amazing. That sounds so good. And if we have any non-veggie listeners, I did mine with tuna because I didn't want to make the salmon. But I had mine with tuna,
Mhm.
which was like literally
Oh,
packet tuna, rice, all this shit with the seaweed and all this whatever. Amazing fucking shit. Isn't that like your new like quick go-to that you're gonna be eating?
absolutely. I will
So
be
easy,
making, like,
so
rice at the
cheap.
beginning of the week. Oh, also, I saw you can get how they have the bags of tuna?
Yes.
Like, the
Yeah, yeah.
packages, the bags?
Yeah.
You can get that with salmon. I
I
saw
know
that
I've
in the
had
store
it before.
today. I didn't know you could do that. So
See, something about it, like I bought like a couple, but something about that just makes me feel uncomfortable. And I still have one in my pantry that's like probably 2 years old now because I just makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't feel like salmon should be packaged, but
it's the same. They're both fish.
I know, but just something about it. Anyway, I did you reminded me I had an avocado and I completely forgot to put it in mine. So after I ate it, I was like pissed.
Ugh.
It'd
Well, you can
probably be
just
good
make
with
it again
cucumber.
because it's so easy.
Yeah, and cucumber probably the crunch.
Yeah, and well, I was thinking because I saw some people did kimchi, and you said you got cucumber
Ooh,
kimchi, so you can add like a
yes.
piece of that on top.
Yeah,
And
that
I
would be so
fucking
good.
love kimchi. I need to go to that Asian market in your town because
Yeah, this
I've
so I
never
just
been
found
to
a new
one.
one. I just found a new one yesterday that tops all the other ones in town. And like
I've
it's
never been to one.
okay, you're coming. You're coming.
Okay.
Um,
And there's an Indian, if you like Indian food, there's an Indian like grocery store kind of place in Cool Springs.
really? See, I just haven't had
Yeah.
that much like Indian food exposure, I guess. Like my mom would make it a couple times, but like I've never actually had like authentic Indian food. Robert keeps telling me about this place in town that I need to try, but anyway.
I love
So
Indian.
guys, this week we're gonna do probably like a very fitting episode. It's very supportive and stuff, but just for a second before we jump into that, I know we've been talking for so long already, but we just have a lot to say. But let's talk about this, Hope. Do you remember? Well, I was working, so I didn't really experience it, but yesterday when social media just went out for a minute.
That was like I was gonna put that on as one of my points to talk about in this episode.
Let's talk about it.
Should we introduce the subject?
Yeah, let's introduce the subject. Okay. So basically, you guys know we like to do some complaining, and I am a fan. If you're complaining and complaining about the right thing, go for it, girl. Vent about what you need to
Yeah.
vent about. Hate on microwaves. Do what you have to do. But there's
Yeah.
always going to be that one person that's going to say some shit like, well, at least you have this, and at least you do that, and like really first world
Mhm.
problems, and blah, blah, blah. And we're just going to kind of dissect those a little bit and tell you why you are valid in complaining what you're complaining about.
Yeah, cuz that's like the fucking worst is whenever
Mm-hmm.
you're fucking complaining about some shit and then someone's like, well, at least you can do this. Blah. It's like, shut the hell up. Like, just because someone else has it quote unquote worse doesn't mean that I can't complain and be upset still.
Right.
I can be upset if I put on the wrong perfume in the morning. You can't tell
Yeah.
me what to fucking complain about. I love complaining. It's my passion. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. First world problems. First one, the great social media outage of 2021, which is
This
honestly
is
fucking hilarious.
it's really
Like,
funny. And it's like I kind of monumental. But
yeah.
I almost made a joke that was bad. I'm glad I didn't, and I'm not going to. So don't ask me. Um
Tell me. And
I'm
then I'll just cut it
definitely
out.
not gonna say it. Well, well, now I feel bad, but basically I was just gonna say that it's gonna be a day to remember like 9/11. But I figured maybe I should.
It's not as bad. No, that's okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's been 20 years this
Yeah.
year. Like, get over it. I'm kidding. No, don't get over. Well, I just
Well, never
think
forget.
that yeah, it was a horrible, horrible thing that happened. It was so bad. And the things that came after were also bad.
And just because
But
one problem is bad doesn't mean the other problem isn't as bad or
yeah,
bad.
yesterday was my 9/11.
Oh, God. Oh yeah.
I was really irritated because I had just, I run the Burrow Fondo Instagram account. I had just posted a reel on there. I'm trying to get more engagement, start posting some reels. And I just posted it, and the internet goes out, not the internet, but Instagram, Facebook goes out for 8 hours. So I couldn't immediately see everybody liking the post that I just made. And so that
Right.
really bothered me. So,
Right. So see, I was so busy at work yesterday and like my boss was there, so I couldn't be on my phone. But like on my watch, some of my friends were texting, talking about how it was out. And so then I get off work, I go do my shit, and I can't wait to come back home and post like first box is out. Let's get this shit going. And none of my shit was posting. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like it was so annoying because like I have shit to do. We have shit to do, okay? And so when something like social media isn't working, I mean, come on, we're Gen young. Like we're young gens, guys. We need
we're
this.
Gen Young.
Well, I wanted to be
It's Gen
inclusive,
Z.
but like we're doing things that it's not like we were just sitting here posting our ass and titties, though we wish. We were posting stuff that was beneficial to the world. And the fact that it
No.
couldn't get out was hurting
Well,
us,
slow
hurting.
down. Ass and titties is absolutely beneficial to the world. Use hashtag Bucky Boobs. Thank you.
I also, my boobs, my titties are lime and chili flavor. I thought about that today, like before we started recording, because I dropped some like Cheeto dust on my boobs and on accident, not on purpose. And I was thinking about how yum my titties would be. Anywho, but yeah, so I agree with what you're saying that it's really bad when social media goes out. But what I want to talk about is the tweets that we saw after that happened. Can we talk about that?
We froze a little bit.
Oh my god, I've been going
We
off.
froze a little bit. Hold on. No, I've been hearing you, but just in that last second it froze. Um Okay, repeat. Can we talk about what?
About the tweets that we saw after the outage, the
Oh yeah.
nationwide outage. So I don't know if
Mhm.
you guys remember that bitch that we always make fun of. Because she always tweets like the absolute dumbest shit in the entire
We
world, right?
need to get her
The bitch
on
that
the
talks
show.
about like I like reading more than social media and just so much stuff, like so much stuff. Anyway, so Twitter, I
She's given
guess
us so much content. We owe her big
we do
time.
owe her. Anyway, so I guess social media comes back. I open my Twitter and the first thing I see is this bitch tweet like, hold on, let me get it word for word. Let me cite my
Oh
source.
God. You're not even trying to hide who it is. Just straight up. Well, it just shows that she doesn't listen to us, and if you don't listen to us, then you deserve to be
Well,
talked
I
about.
mean, she's deserving. Okay. So she tweeted, I'm such a happier person when I'm not on social media. So I sent that to Hope and I said, I swear to God, because get the fuck off of it. Because, and I know we have sent her
You're
this
saying that.
message times and
Yeah.
times again. We've told her, like, we've said it here out loud on the pod, but it's just like she tweeted that clearly right after the that outage. And then it's just
The
like, why are you
shortage.
tweeting that then? Like, why? I
You're
also am a
on.
happier person when you're off of it. Probably most folks. So I just thought that was
Yeah.
crazy. Then I sent Hope another one, like maybe a minute later. This other like celebrity tweeted, like, I wish the social media would go out more often, as if you can't just delete your tweet, like your
Log
Twitter,
off.
delete your Instagram. Like you definitely can. And if you're just going to sit here and try to make the argument, maybe like, I'm a celebrity, I need to be active, I need engagement. Like I know you have people to do that for you.
You can hire people. Yeah. Marketing teams. There's a whole like job description with that.
Right. So it's just that was just a little crazy. And I know this is kind of like anti letting people complain, but this is just straight up stupidity. And y'all should let
Well,
us complain.
that's not even complaining. And you did say, rewind it back. You did say complain about the right things or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Mhm.
And I was going to stress that, yeah, there are right and wrong things to complain about.
Mhm.
Even though we said that you can complain about anything, earlier, we're hypocrites. So
Yeah.
there are right and wrong things. And the wrong thing, that's not even complaining. Like being like, I'm so much better when I'm off. I love being off social media while you're literally on social media isn't complaining
That's
as
being
much
an
as it is
idiot
just being
bitch.
stupid. Yeah. Um, I did want to mention a problem that I have, a first world
I know
problem,
where
and
this
that
is
is
going.
deciphering your messages every time you text me. It's very hard.
Yes.
It's difficult. It's a full-time job. Um, and it's something hard for me, but it has its ups,
It does.
you know. Sometimes they make me laugh,
Okay. See,
but that's about
and
it.
I think that this is kind of a first world problem that a lot of my friends unfortunately have to
Oh,
endure.
yeah.
And I've said it time and time again. I don't know how people necessarily, como se dice, stand me or put up with me, but I will say I am very happy about it. Yes, my texts at times can be a little bit hard to understand, but I kind of do that because I only want people in my life that want to be in my life. I want people in my life that make an effort to be in my life. I don't want people to just take the easy road with me. So I do things like that on purpose to see who's really there for me, who's really down for me, who is going to sit here and decode this text for me and my friendship and all that they have to gain from me. So that's why I do that. There is an
Yeah.
elaborate plan behind it all. It's not just me being dumb.
Yeah, it's definitely planned and
Yes.
necessary.
And necessary. It's gotten me this far. I mean, look at me. I love life once a month. So, I mean, come on. I think another one that people say that people say is like a first world problem is when people complain about like Wi-Fi and slow internet and shit like this. But let's talk about why it's really beneficial to have fast working internet. I don't know, maybe your job, maybe getting a podcast episode out. There are so
Yeah.
many most like people work from home, they solely rely on the Wi-Fi. They're not complaining just about, oh, I can't play Candy Crush. They're complaining like, damn, how am I going to get food on my table if my Wi-Fi is not working? You know?
Mhm. Yeah. There's like a lot to it. I mean, I will complain about not being able to play Candy Crush,
You
but I'm
will.
sure there are people out there that have a lot more important things to do with their internet.
Yeah.
So,
I think that
yeah.
we all can say, like, without the internet, Buggy Boos wouldn't exist. And
Oh,
I don't know about
yeah.
you, but that's a scary world to even picture. And I would never want to be a part of that.
No, Bucky Boo's would exist. We would record it on a tape, cassette tapes, and mail it out to everybody
Well, how would we get
every
it
month
to Thailand?
to
How
the
would we do that?
world.
So explain to Thailand, our biggest fans, how you would do
That's
that.
true.
Right. So we
Mail
need
still
it.
exists. You can mail stuff
You
over
can't mail to
there.
Thailand.
Yes, you can. You don't need internet to fly or ride a boat.
You don't need internet to fly. I guess you don't.
No.
It's
And you
it's
don't need
modern
internet for
technology.
mail.
Well, I know you don't need internet for mail, but you need internet to UPS something, don't you? No, you could put it
I
on a
don't.
truck. Well, how would you get the GPS? Well, you could use a map, but how would you
Well,
print it out?
maps. You can. There was. You could print stuff
But if
before
you don't
internet,
have,
right?
no, you can't print without the internet.
You literally can. You can
How would you
write something
get,
on Microsoft Word and print it out,
yeah, but
and you don't
I
use
guess
internet for that.
directions. I guess directions. Like you could like write them out instead of having a map picture.
Or you could
Can
just
you
look at the
fax
map
without
and
internet?
follow the roads. Yeah, faxing was before internet because it's through a phone number,
Oh, I just learned how to
right?
fax the other day. I can't believe
Someone
that
said
still
they tried to
exists.
fax. I know someone tried to fax my office the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I don't fucking know what faxing even
Yeah,
like is.
because
I've never sent a fax in my entire
I
life."
need, yeah, I was at work and they were like, you need to fax this. And I was like, huh? They're like, yeah, fax
Yeah.
it. And I was like,
You mean
okay, old
scan? Like
head.
what?
Like, why
Yeah.
can't, like, I
Why
didn't
would
get
I
it.
ever?
Send
Well,
it to
maybe
your
it's because
email.
they didn't have internet. Yeah. Maybe they
But
didn't
I
have
feel like
internet.
fax requires internet. Is
No,
fax
I
a
don't think it
text?
does. It's
Fax
through a
is a
phone
text.
number. Yeah, it's like a picture text.
Wow. I'm
It's
gonna
like a Polaroid
chain
text.
mail fax. I'm gonna chain fax.
Well, there's not that many people with fax machines except for like old lawyers and banks, I guess.
Well, to your bank.
We can fax back and forth.
That'd be fun.
Forward this
Remember?
message, or the girl from the ring will show up in your bathtub drain and kill you.
Forward this message if you're on lunch, then FaceTime me. Okay, okay. Go ahead. What's your next point? Oh God, you're frozen. Don't talk. Mm-hmm.
Okay, my next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. My next point is about being vegetarian because you know how I was making that
Tweet.
recipe today. Yeah, I tweeted earlier today too about it. Every time I try to like, if I mention that I'm vegetarian to somebody, or if I search it on a website like for vegetarian recipes, or I'm on Facebook and someone asks for vegetarian recommendations, people always feel the need to share some amazing fish recipe that they've had recently. And they're like, oh, I don't know if you eat fish, but blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm
I feel
vegetarian. I
like
don't eat fish.
I
Why
feel
the
like
hell would I eat
pescatarians
fish?
are just so
Pes-
common that maybe people get
yeah.
it confused. But see, just last night I was asking about, well, I was asking Robert, but I should have asked somebody else, but about
Yeah.
vegetarian items because I can't decide, is an egg vegetarian and just not vegan?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Because it's not meat. It's an
Right.
animal byproduct.
Right. Okay. I also, when we get off this call, off the episode, I need to tell you about microbiomes and how fecal matter is all in your house. Yeah.
Ew. I
I'll
mean,
talk.
I clean.
No.
I clean my
And you need to
bathroom and
not use so
everything.
much stuff. I'll talk about it later for good gut health. We'll talk about it
Not use
after.
so much stuff. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean stuff?
Like cleaning stuff. You really, really need to lay off. We need to just start using water and essential oils. Really. It's crazy.
No,
And
Julie, I don't know what
no,
Pinterest ad you've seen or what's been going
no,
on,
no,
but
no,
you
no,
need
no.
to use more than essential oils to clean your home.
It's bad for your gut. And if your gut health is bad, everything else is bad. We'll talk about it after the show. Okay. Do you have any more rants though that you need to let out about the vegetarian thing? I feel like you're passionate.
Mm, I am passionate about that. I will say the other day I had to cook raw chicken. I had Hunter bought chicken breast because Gnarly was sick, so we had to give her chicken and rice. And
Uh-huh.
I had to like cut up raw chicken breast before like boiling it so it would cook faster. Bitch, that shit is so disgusting. I used to
Chicken
not be
is
that
awful.
judgmental. But like I am very judgmental now of how you could prepare that and then like be appetized afterwards and like want to eat any sort of raw chicken that you prepared. Like that is so gross.
I will say I've started hitting chicken here recently, maybe like about a month and a half, kind of around the microwave time. I've just been really hateful, but chicken is just so
Mhm.
goddamn nasty when it's raw. And it's also not that good taste wise. So yeah, I'm really over chicken. Like I used to meal prep chicken every week for lunch, but now I can like barely eat chicken just because it grosses me out so
Yeah.
bad. And like I'm such a
Oh,
paranoid person, so I'm always like, something is wrong.
salmonella.
Yeah, like
Yeah. And
something
that's
is wrong
what's
with it.
also so crazy about meat is like you can so easily like get food poisoning or something if you don't cook it right or if it goes bad or
Yeah.
I don't know. And like you have to super wash like for me vegetables, I don't have to like fucking like antibacteria wipe my counters after I like cut up a potato or an onion or whatever. But like if you
Mm-hmm.
cut up chicken,
Gets
you
on the
have
counter. You gotta
to.
wipe that shit. You can use a
Well,
lot of
even on a
chemical for
cutting
that.
board. Yeah,
You,
you have
I,
to. Ew.
I also learned that dogs are very good for your microbiome ecosystem because they bring in different like things that are like diverse. So it gets in your body, like you breathe it in, and it's really good for you, a weird amount. Anyway.
Julie.
um
This whatever you learned from, I'm just saying please make sure they cite their sources.
No, they did. They
Did
really
they?
did, but they really did. Anyway, this is one that people say, well, it's listed as a first world problem, which I don't think it is at all. I think this is all about safety. But when your phone battery is dying, people are like,
Oh,
how are you
yeah,
going to complain
safety for
about that?
sure.
That's literally without your phone, you could be dead.
Yeah. And
Your
like
phone saved lives.
that also brings up cuz first of all, even just as women and shit like
Mm-hmm.
being without my phone, like I used to call my mom on my walk to and from school because I would be on the phone, she would know if something happened. She could hear
Yeah.
me. You know, you can call somebody. You're always able to like reach the outside world
Even
when you
just
have
like
your phone.
walking to your car from like the store when it's a little bit darker, anything, like it's so
Yeah.
important. It's especially like, it's so scary out there right now being girls. And I know it's scary for
Yeah.
everybody, but I think that there is a different level of like intimidation when it comes to
Mhm.
women. So it's just,
There
I think
is.
you should
Like
always have your phone with you and fully charged, and don't let anybody make you feel bad for being like, I need a charger because you need a charger. Because I think like we think about that all the time. Like there's always that possibility that you might need your fucking phone. So
yeah.
that's a bad
And
one.
that's how Hunter was saying the other day cuz I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but we were walking gnarly at night and like a car drove by and they slowed down close to us and then they like sped off and then they stopped like a few houses down and then like somebody got out and they like stood there for a while and then when they turned around they like pulled off into the side road for a second and then they turned around on our side and they were going really slow and I
That's
was
so
like
scary.
freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god, like these people like first of all, why would they slow down as soon as they like get kind of close to us?" You know what I mean? Like that all just was giving me like red flags. And
Yeah.
Hunter was telling me I was being dramatic, like calm down.
Like,
They're like
no.
probably just dropping somebody off, blah blah blah. And I was like, "Dude, you're a man. Like you don't have
Yeah.
to fucking think about this shit." But it's ingrained in my fucking head from the time I was born to be cautious because bad shit
Mm-hmm.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
But it ended up being fine, which is fantastic. But you should always be on alert, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, probably the stress levels of just going anywhere is just going to always be so different. Like, even
Mm-hmm.
going to the fucking gas station. Like, I hate going to the gas station.
Especially the gas station. The gas station is where like the most uncomfortable shit happens. Been
Mm-hmm.
catcalled. They can like follow you out to your car, like all this shit, and you can't get away because you have to get gas.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's just like not fun.
It's not fun. Do you have another one?
Um. Oh yeah. I only have one more, and one more first world problem, and that is noisy ass upstairs neighbors that disrupt my podcasting.
Yeah, but
So
that's a
that
good
might be a
one.
little like niche, I guess.
And no, because they
Neighbors
could be disrupting
disrupting.
anything. They could be disrupting an interview that you're having on the phone. An interview that you're having on the phone, or like work that you're doing, or podcasting. What if like your whole job was like living in a quiet house, and like your YouTube channel was about not making any noise, and then that's how you got money because they monetized your channel because it was like a weird thing that people were obsessed with, and then they make noise and then your money's gone.
Do you remember that made me think, do you remember that little girl, the little red-haired girl that did ASMR videos and she
Yes.
was like such a bitch. She would just like
Yes.
make up
That's you.
stories and just act like that's literally me.
She
Just like
grew up.
making up
Feel
stories in my
old yet?
head to be yeah, that's her now. That's her now. This is her now. She talks in
I
third
her now.
person. And my hair looks like fucking shit, by the way. I'm like, I don't even want to fucking talk about it. It's fine.
I have two
The
things
one
to
time
say. What?
that's another first world problem. I get my hair professionally done for the first time like during the whole pandemic. It's been like 2 fucking years. And it's just ugly. Like I can't figure out how to style it. I loved it at first when she styled it, and now I can't fucking style it.
When you okay, so Hope sent me a Snapchat the day after, and she had just, I guess, been a little sleepyhead and thought that she could just like kind of roll out of bed and like do her normal routine. And then she didn't realize she had to style her hair, her new haircut. So she sent me a selfie of her hair, and she was like, "It's giving very berries and cream." And that was probably my favorite Snapchat I've ever received from you.
It is. And I'm over it. It's fine. I'll figure it out. I just should have told her. Like, she said, "Oh, do you care? Do you want kind of a low maintenance thing?" She said it to me like that, like low
Like,
maintenance,
I know, I
while
see you.
nodding her head. And I was like, "Oh, just whatever you think looks good. Girl, you need low maintenance. You know who you are. You've
She
been
should have
you
just
your
said that.
entire life." I know. Like, I don't know what goes through my head, what goes through my little brain, but
Okay,
stupidity constantly.
I have two things to say. The first thing I want to say, and this is going to be my last first world complaint for this episode. I feel like we can definitely do a part 2 of this episode. Maybe if you guys like it, next week we'll
Yeah.
do another one because there's so many I didn't even get to. But last but not least, when you are going to get coffee before work and you're usually like in a rush, you mobile order it, whatever, maybe you luck out and can hit the drive-through, and then you pull off and your coffee fucking sucks ass, or they made it wrong, or they forgot this or that. Don't when I complain about that, don't sit here and act like that wouldn't ruin your whole day too.
It would.
It
Absolutely.
seriously would. The one thing that I'm like looking forward to before I go to fucking work is this coffee that I'm just relying on to give
And
me
you
my
pay,
strength. You
yeah,
pay a
you
lot
pay
of
good
fucking
money
money
for.
for it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's one
That
thing that
was
pisses me off.
I went to Dunkin' and I was so excited to get the pumpkin spice oat milk latte. And I got home, I like grabbed all my stuff, get home, and it's fucking plain. It's a plain latte.
Oof,
No
I
pumpkin
would cry.
spice. I
I would
was
try to
so
cry.
pissed. I'm not going to drive all the way back out there. I just wasted my money. I did complain to corporate and get money loaded onto my card. But
Good.
I mean,
See,
I'm 100% being Karen lately, but only to like
no,
corporations. I'm not going to like berate the people that did it, but like I
right.
will 100% get some money out of a
I
corporation.
really needed to because I like mobile ordered 30 minutes ahead. Got there 30 minutes after I placed that fucking bitch. I place my mobile orders as soon as I wake up because I know who I am. I skipped getting ready. I was like, I'm just gonna go pick up my coffee. And even when I got there, bitch, it wasn't ready. It had been half an hour. I was standing there ready to talk to someone, visibly making eye contact with everybody that came past. Like, the handoff plane, nobody fucking talked to me, and I was heated. And I was like, I'm definitely going to like talk to corporate about this shit, because what's the point of having mobile order if I'm not gonna get it when I arrive? There's no other
In
point. That's
30
why that
minutes?
exists. 30 fucking minutes,
Yeah.
bitch. Ugh. And I didn't, and I should have.
Insane.
Now that I know corporate will give you your money back, I will. Okay. Lastly, this isn't a first world complaint, really, but it is something I want to talk about because I saw something and it's kind of sad. But like, so this girl, I'm in this Facebook group, okay? You know what? I don't even have to go into specifics. Let's just talk about it like this. Imagine somebody posts a picture, right? Imagine you post a picture and then under it, somebody comments like, "You're so confident, like you're so brave for posting this. Like confidence looks good on
Mm,
you," or like, "I wish I
yeah.
had your confidence." I would kill myself.
I would fucking kill. They do that to fat people all the time.
Yeah, and it's just like they think they're giving like a compliment, but it is so
Yeah.
backhanded, so see-through.
It's
Like
yes.
next time just say, "Wow, like I can't believe you would post something like this." Like be
Yeah,
straight
wow, I
up.
can't believe Fatty had the confidence to post like, shut up, stop
Yes,
it.
it's
Like, that's the
not
only reason I've never seen it on, like no one has ever commented that on my post.
right.
No one, not once. But, like, I have multiple friends that and when I say fat, I don't mean in a bad way, some people take that in a bad connotation, but they're literally just fucking fat, like, that's not a bad thing. That's just
Right.
how they are, and
Yeah.
people will be like, "So brave," or on TikToks, like, "You're so brave for this. Wow." Like, "Wish
Yeah.
I had that confidence." And you're saying you're, like,
You're
assuming they
s
have all this confidence because you're thinking that if you looked like that, you would hate yourself. If you looked like that, you would have
uh-huh.
no self-esteem. You would have no confidence. You're literally admitting to the
Implying.
world and to them, to their fucking face that you would hate to look like that. And you can't believe that someone would be so bold as to post what they look like online when
Yeah.
they look like that.
And it's like you're implying that they shouldn't. You're implying that they're like
Yeah.
going against the grain by posting the same fucking picture that you would post, that any other skinny
Mhm.
bitch would post. So, like,
Yeah.
next time, just like think about it for one more second because like it really comes off as rude. I would kill
Yeah.
myself if somebody said, "You're so brave for posting this, you ugly ass cunt." Like, I just thought that
Yeah.
was
That's how it
crazy.
reads, dude.
It
It's like, "You're
does.
so
So
brave for posting."
and so
Brave
like
for
in the
what?
Facebook group, somebody like okay, first of all, I think this is really funny when people like post whether it be a selfie or just like a regular photo or whatever, and like people are like, "Hope you didn't mind, made this edit," and it's like some dumbass Instagram filter over it. I think that's hilarious.
Dude, I die so hard. People do that on
Right?
Facebook. Facebook is just a whole new world. I'm a different
Yeah.
person on Facebook.
Me
Like, I
too.
just get in the mom zone. I don't know why I'm like
Yeah.
that. But
Like they'll like put
but
dark around the borders and it's just
yes,
like make crop it into a circle. Hope you don't mind. Made this like, oh my
they're
God.
like,
First of all, please
hope you don't
stop.
mind. They turn up the contrast really high,
Yeah.
overexpose it. Everything's orange as hell. It's like, what
Mhm.
what are you doing? Like, hope I don't mind. Actually, I do mind. I'm surprised that you are so confident. You have the
You're
confidence to
so
post this
brave for
edit.
posting
You're
your
so
art.
brave for posting that edit and that art. That's
Anyway,
another thing. If I posted my art and someone said I was so brave for posting that, I would
imagine, you know
put
what?
down the pen.
Next week we're gonna get a fucking Apple review that says y'all are so brave. Wish I had your confidence.
So
Like
yes,
XOXO
we're gonna
bestie. Anyway,
mhm.
but so what they did is like they edited this girl and they like cinched in her stomach. And they're like, "Oh my God, like I made this edit look so good." And everybody was like, "What the fuck is your deal?" Like to take
She
that photo and do that to someone, it's for her to look at, for her to see. It's like,
un
what?
unfucking solicited.
Yeah, the
You no
balls,
one
bro.
fucking asked. Yeah, no one fucking asked for an edit, and you come here and edit and fucking change her body, bitch. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's in a
That's
group that makes small decisions for you.
wow. I
Yeah.
love that group.
I know. I'll send you the post, but yeah, it's just fucking nuts.
I'm
Anyway,
in a few Photoshop groups, by the way. This is like off topic, but I'm in a few Photoshop groups. and people will do joke edits and they're hilarious, but some people are like do genuine edits but they suck. They're like so bad. They're exactly how you were talking. Like someone's
Uh-huh.
like, can someone replace the background and make it look realistic? And someone will post like the windows
Butterflies.
background and like a
Yeah.
fucking do the dark around the corners, and it's so ugly and they're being totally genuine.
That's so
Anyway,
embarrassing. Um, God, this was a really good episode. I hate that it has to come to an end, but I do think
I
that a
know.
part two would be really good.
Yeah, we can
Um,
do a part 2.
at the okay.
Bless you.
Last call. I have to find one. Last call.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Ooh.
first. This is my drink. I mean, this is my beer. I mean, this is my last call. Today I was a hero. I rescued some beer that was trapped in a bottle. And that's what I did, but it was trapped in a can.
Aw,
I
that's so
know.
brave of you.
Thank you.
This one is actually a quote from Tumblr that I found on Twitter.
Ooh.
It's from Scoops. I don't know if I have to read who it's from, but it says, if we all think about it really hard, maybe Mark Zuckerberg will just kill himself. And I was
Okay.
like,
Manifest.
yeah, manifesting, group manifesting. We could have spent that 8 hours yesterday
Doing
manifesting that.
something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well,
anyway.
let's all do that until the next episode comes out.
Yeah, and let's manifest us some more listeners. And you know how we can
Yeah.
do that? We can do that through having you follow us on Instagram at Bucky Booze Podcast and on Twitter at Bucky Booze Pod and leaving us a 5-star review on Apple.
Yes. And shopping our merch so people are like, what the fuck is that? At buckybooze.square.site. Subscribing to us on YouTube. If you want to see us be pretty once every 7 episodes, go
I was
ahead
about to
and
say,
follow us
not.
there. Um, Also leaving us a review on Google Maps because that way you know where we're at, we know where you're at. Also by sharing this with a friend. There's probably one person in your life that you can think of that would laugh from something like this. So go
Mhm.
ahead and just send them this episode, send them the podcast, introduce us to them, and it'll be fun and fine. Thank you for listening to this
Yeah.
episode, though. I think it was a really good one. Part 2 is going to come up next week, I think.
We'll see.
All right. Love you guys. Love you, Hope. Bye.
Love you. Bye.